Hello everyone, had a video recorded earlier, but the audio was so bad when I run it through my editing software, so evidently God did not want that one to be on, so we're doing this again. If you're not part of the channel, share, subscribe, like this video. Had some breaking news, but everybody's kind of broke it since mine took forever to get out and the audio was so bad, but literally gives me another chance to word it the right way. Now, my source comes from Hal Turner. It's where everybody's getting their source at. The source is that within the next 48 hours, there's a planned hack on the European bank system. Like I always tell you, do not be afraid. But this is happening. At least they think it's going to happen. We don't know for sure. But the only reason I am breaking it to you guys is because of that warning I got a day ago, the 24-hour warning. And then this thing comes out. So I feel like I should make sure at least I put it out there. Now, these hacker groups are planning on bringing down the whole European bank system, which in turn would crash ours, if they can pull it off. But they've already done a video. They've already released it, that they're going to do this. I think they're called KillNet. They're the same ones that I do believe, that got a hold of the Georgia pipeline that time. They've been successful at doing this thing. So I thought it was very important to be able to bring it to you. I did read the whole article before, but evidently it wasn't meant to be. Really, you guys don't need that. Like I tell you, not to fear. I had a lot of people asking me different questions about different things, about what to keep at home. You know, like I said, Jesus comes in the storm, okay? If the banks do close, this is the beginning of the beast system, and if this is getting ready to pull this thing off, I would keep about $200 on me, some water, fill your car up. That's what I would do. And wait for Jesus. Because if it does crash and everything, Jesus is on his way. If this is the beginning of the beast system, he's on his way. Now, like I said, we've already been prepared. We don't fear this. We're not scared of it. So don't go acting like a crazy person, because like I said, if it does happen, we won't be here long after. Maybe a day, maybe two. But it won't be long, because this is getting ready to explode at any time. Like I said, we've known for a while that something crazy is about to happen, okay? We know the rapture's coming. We know Jacob's trouble is any day. So we don't take anything lightly. I could have said, you know, I'm going to ignore it. But with the dreams I've had, and today, this morning, the dream I had about, I didn't understand it. And I had to look it up. But I saw 666, but I saw it in different ways. I saw one pointing up, one pointing sideways, and one pointing down. And I don't know what it means. But then underneath it said 666. I think it's a warning that the Antichrist is behind all this. That's what I think. I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm just a crazy watcher, from a hillbilly watcher in the middle of nowhere. But, you know, so far, just like I said 6 months ago, the Belarus would be pulled into this thing. And now, this morning, they was delivered nukes. It's all unfolding, just like a lot of us have seen. You know, and that's a good sign. That's not a bad sign, people. Listen to me. There's going to be a lot of news coming out. Now, remember, God warned us probably, what was it, a month ago? And I told you right here on the channel, the news is going to get worse and worse. He had already warned us that the news is going to get worse and worse, and then the rapture will happen. He's already told us. So, listen, he's been ahead of every storm with us here. And he's ahead of it now. If the banks do crash and they don't come back up, we're leaving. That's a good sign. We're not going to be left in it, people. He's got our backs. Understand me now. You listen to me good. Now, a lot of people want to scare you. But I'm here to tell you, you have nothing to fear when you have Jesus. These bank systems might crash. The money might be gone. But we'll be gone too. The devil wants you to worry. He wants you to be scared. But I'm here to tell you, you have nothing to fear on this planet. Because we're getting ready to go home, my brothers and sisters. Now, what I want you to do is pray for the lost. Now, tomorrow, if you want to go grab some water, grab 100 or 2 out of the bank, that's fine. That's fine. Like I said, don't panic. Don't act crazy. Because like I said, we ain't going to be here long enough after. If the things go down, they don't come back, we're leaving. God's got our backs. He has told us from the beginning, since I started this channel here. And you guys that's been here from the beginning, you know what I'm telling you. I've told you from the get-go. There is no panic. We don't do that here. I have told you from the beginning, he comes in the storm. I have told you, and people don't believe me, but the rapture is coming. And this is just another sign of it. If this event does take place, the beast system is put in place, and this is the way they're going to do it to get it out there. We already know they unlocked this alien thing for weeks ago, and it's building up. All that's happening. We've already discussed this. We're not caught off guard. We're aware of what's going on. But I'm here to tell you, we have Jesus. Okay? So the news that's going to come out is going to scare you. But don't be scared. Satan wants you trembling. He wants you in a mess. But I'm here to tell you, I only bring good news here. The devil might hit us hard in the next couple of days, but we won't be here to see it. We'll be going home. You got to trust in Jesus. He's the only way. He died on the cross for your past, present, and future sins. He is always ahead of the storm. If you believe and have faith in him that he died and he defeated death and rose on the third day, if you're lost, now you are not. You're saved and you're ready to get out here. Believe on Jesus, the blood. The blood is the key. A lot of stuff, people. The birth pains, I was just talking to Gator 111 earlier. And we both agree that the birth pains have gotten so overwhelming. The dreams and the visions of people have been overwhelming. The Lord has been one step ahead of this the whole time. Now listen to me. There's not been anything come that he hasn't warned us about. Now I know there's a lot of channels out there telling you to go here, go there. Let me tell you something. I'm telling you, you don't fear anything. I'm here to tell you we're getting ready to leave this place. And it's going to be soon the way things are going. Now we don't know this event's going to happen or not. But with the warning I got, with the bears in Russia, this group is out of Russia that's doing this, and they say it is. Now, I want you to remember about 2 months ago, we broke the story here. World Economic Forum was warning that this event was coming. We don't know if this is Russia or not, people. This might be a way to bring NATO into the fight, because if it does happen, if the banks crash, and the banks crash in America, that will begin World War III. Remember, we got the Mars into the B cluster, 44, a week and a half ago. That represented war. We was warned about the bees, didn't understand it. And then we get the 44, didn't understand it, and then we put them all together. God has warned us from the get-go that this clock is ticking out. Be aware that it is. That's why I tell you not to fear, that he has our backs. He has our backs. With all this news coming out, you have nothing to fear, like I said. We're ahead of the storm, and he comes in the storm. He won't leave us in this mess. I promise you that. That's how much I trust Jesus, and that's how much you should trust Jesus. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff happening. A lot of scary news is going to keep popping up. But it's just another day closer, people, to seeing our past loved ones and to being with our Father forever. This is the greatest time in human history. I know it don't seem like it. The evil's running amok in every country. But I promise you, there is better days a-coming. This evil will be vanquished. Jacob's trouble is about to begin when God takes the church, and then he will deal with Israel for the next 7 years. We're on the cusp of that happening. We're all prepared. You're God's sheep. God brought you here months ago. You're ready to go home. You're ready. All I want you to do now is pray for the lost. That's what I want you to do. I've been telling you that for days. But the closer we get, the more prayers the lost needs in these last days. Because if this event is the beginning of the beast system and the beginning of World War, because if they do bring down the European banks and American banks, that will be World War III. So, that might have something to do with what was taking place in our skies for the past couple of months with the surveys. That might be what that is. Now, if you watch Monkey Works tonight, you'll see that the surveys have died down. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm thinking it's a bad thing. That means they're getting ready to pull out their plan, whatever it may be. As of tonight, above your head, in the sky, there's 39 refuelers in the air. That's a lot of fighters over top of America right now. They know something's up. And I'm telling you, you don't have that many refuelers up for that kind. And there's like, I think, 20 Blackhawks up at one time right now. That doesn't happen in America. Something is happening. We know the rapture's coming. We know it here on this channel more than most because we've been preparing for it. We know it's coming. We've put everything together. We've got resources all over the world. We've got watchmen and watchwomen at all times watching everything that moves on this planet, on this channel. We started a network over 7 months ago where we have communication all over the world. Nothing gets by us. I've even had people tell me, how do you know this stuff? You always have it about 4 days before everybody else. It's you people. That's who does it. You guys in the field have made it possible that we are usually 4 days ahead of everything. That's you guys. You know, and the Lord will bless each and every one of you for it. You guys have been great watchmen and watchwomen. I just want you to know that. You guys have been great soldiers. You prayer warriors. Many people's been saved in these comments. Those names have started to come to God. That's all the prayers. Thanks to you guys praying day in, day out. And we can't thank you enough. Because right now, that's all we got to care about is the lost loved ones that we still have out. Because I'm afraid the clock is ticking out before our eyes. But the Lord's warned us. He's never left us out to where we didn't know what was going on. He's made sure that we know from the get-go what's happening. So, that's the news. That's what we've got. And as I said, don't fear it. Just be ready for the rapture. Because if it does go down permanent, we're leaving here. Because he's coming. That means World War III is about to happen and the restrainer will be pulled. And that's us. We get pulled and then the restrainer's gone. Then they can have their nuclear war. And that is what happens. I've already seen it. Told you months ago, Belarus would be pulled in. That happened today. Saw that years ago. And it just happened this morning when they got delivered their nuclear weapons. And he's already come out and said he's going to use them and kill millions of people if he has to. It's already started. Now we trust Jesus and we wait. And pray for the lost. That's what we do. I love each and every one of you. As I said, no panic. You don't fear. We're just one day closer to home. We have Jesus. We have nothing to fear. He always takes care of us. I don't care if every bank in this world crashes tonight. He has our backs. Don't ever forget that. It's called faith. He does not leave his people empty-handed. Now, these other people will tell you, Jesus is going to leave you in the middle of a gutter and not come and get you. I'm here to tell you they're lying. That's Lucifer. That's not God. He assured me in the beginning, and he's assured many others. He comes in the storm. He will come and get us, and he will pull us out of here. Trust in Jesus, people. I know a lot of people will tell you not to, but I put all my trust and faith in him, and you'll never shatter it. That's what I want you guys to do. And I want you to pray. Let me tell you something. It'll change your life. You've got to have faith in him through these times that we're leaving. I think a lot of you already know that. Love each and every one of you. If I don't see or hear from you again, I'll see you in heaven.